So your red bone marrow is what makes your red blood cells, but it does so under the control of your kidney. So your kidney is in charge and it tells your red bone marrow how many red blood cells to make. So it's important to keep the right number of red blood cells in your blood. You need homeostasis. If you have too many red blood cells, that would make your blood too thick. The number of red blood cells you have determines the viscosity or thickness of your blood. And if your blood is too thick, it's going to be hard for your heart to pump. It's going to be sluggish. It's not going to flow right. It's going to clog your blood vessels. You can die from your blood being too thick. If you have too few, then you won't be able to deliver enough oxygen to your cells. Remember, the point of red blood cells is they deliver oxygen. So if you don't have enough, then your cells won't get enough oxygen. And remember, cells need oxygen in order to make ATP. That's the whole point of oxygen, is that it allows you to make lots of energy. So if cells don't get oxygen, then they won't have enough energy, and the cells can actually die from a lack of energy. So you have to maintain just the right amount of red blood cells. So you probably know that your kidney filters your blood. It gets all the waste products out of your blood and puts them in the urine to get them out of your body. Well, as it is filtering your blood, it's also monitoring the oxygen level. So your kidney is filtering your blood, it's cleaning your blood up, and while it has the blood there cleaning it, it checks on the oxygen level. So red blood cells die all the time. They live about 120 days and then they die. So as your red blood cells die, your oxygen level goes down. And your kidneys are going to detect this. And when they detect this, they secrete a hormone called erythropoietin, which it's spelled right here for you, and we can just abbreviate it EPO. So your kidney is going to secrete EPO, and that is in response to that drop in oxygen. Now there's another thing that can make kidneys do that. That is also testosterone. Testosterone stimulates kidneys to secrete EPO. So this is why men have more red blood cells than women, because men have testosterone, which causes the kidney to secrete more EPO. The EPO is a hormone. And this hormone goes from your kidney through your bloodstream to your red bone marrow. And it tells your red bone marrow to make red blood cells. So a hormone is a messenger. So the kidney is monitoring the blood. The kidney says, hey, oxygen level's getting kind of low. So it sends EPO, this messenger, to the red bone marrow. And the EPO tells the red bone marrow, hey, oxygen's getting low. We need some more red blood cells. And the red bone marrow will then make more red blood cells. And now that you have more red blood cells, your oxygen level goes up. Because the more red blood cells you have, the more oxygen you can carry. And now you are back to homeostasis. And once you're at homeostasis, the stimulus has stopped. This is negative feedback. So now the kidney will stop secreting EPO, or it will at least reduce EPO. So now that you're at homeostasis, the kidney will stop EPO Because remember, you don't want to get too many red blood cells. That would make your blood too thick and it could damage your heart and your blood vessels. Until the next time your blood oxygen starts to go down, and then your kidney secretes EPO. So it's this constant balancing act. Whenever red blood cells die, your oxygen level goes down. Your kidney detects this. It secretes EPO. EPO tells the bone marrow to make more red blood cells. Now that you have more red blood cells, your oxygen goes up. Your kidney's like, hey, we're all good now, and it stops secreting EPO. And then the next time some blood cells die and your oxygen goes down, you repeat this process. That is how you stay at homeostasis, and you always have just the right amount of red blood cells.